Hey, before we get into the video, I want you to do me one quick favor. Can you please go like, comment, and subscribe? And I know this sounds a little corny asking this, but I kind of need you to. I want to push these videos out as far as they'll go, algorithm-wise. I want it to get out to more people. I want more people to see the Speedway. So if you would please do those three things, I would really appreciate it. Anyways, let's get right into the video. Drinking Pepsi. I'm not a big fan of Coke right now. Coke 600 wasn't very good. The track was almost dry and they gave up. Anyways, onto a more positive note and better racing, perhaps. Huntsville Speedway. Also, I mean, fit check real quick. I felt really bad for dressing like a bum in the last video because, I mean, I was in a full tracksuit, so I got some jeans on, you know? I got, well, I mean, if I had a fully white t-shirt, I would have a fully white t-shirt on right now, but you would never catch me in this outside. Like I said, on to better things, on to more positive things, on to better racing than the Coke 600. Open wheel modifieds, we're going to take a peek here, and ooh, John Thomas on top. You know how I was talking about the John Thomas show last weekend? Well, it wasn't really the John Thomas show this weekend at all. Not until the last few laps anyways. Will Brown actually led majority of the laps and was pulling away for a minute there, and I think might have had it if an untimely caution hadn't have happened, which right as the number 47 was coming up to P2, made the pass for P2, and then maybe 2 laps to a lap later, a spin up in 1 and 2, 2 cars around. 47 got really lucky, was able to use that caution to his advantage. Now, I don't know if it's necessarily luck. I'm over here saying luck like he wouldn't have catched him, like he wouldn't have caught him off pure pace alone, but I don't know. I mean, Will Brown was out to a pretty decent lead. John Thomas needed something to happen, honestly. So Will Brown was starting to come around to the other side of the field, pretty much. So it was getting dire, but you know, they battled it out, and John Thomas came out on top. So technically, I guess you could say it was the John Thomas show in victory lane. Anyways, we're gonna talk about P3. Alec Mankey, like I was saying in the points video, pretty impressive where he's setting in points, and I wonder if this is doing good things to his points, maybe moving him up a bit. I don't know. Better keep an eye out. Consistency is key. Matt Kenseth won his 2003 championship with 0 wins. Just pure consistency. He finished so well that season that he won the whole damn thing. I love that. That's impressive. Matt Crafton did it as well in the modern era with the playoff system that favors wins over everything. It's absolutely possible. Consistency is key. Moving on to the super stocks, Jimmy Cree led the way. Battled it out with Nate Reed for, I believe, 30 laps. Sorry, 20 laps. Pretty good fight between those two. They put on a show. Pure stock, the super stock, those cars in particular. You guys put on a really good show. Nate Reed, Jimmy Cree, you guys put on a show for us this weekend. That was a hell of a battle. If you want to watch it, please go check out the video before this one. It is a full race night from May 25th. Every race is in there, but outside of P1 and P2, Ron Bailey finished P3, and in P4 you had Drew Drake, which finished a lap down, unfortunately. That was a pretty good race though. If you want to go watch Nate Reed and Jimmy Cree battle it out, like I said, go watch the previous video that I uploaded to my channel and you'll be able to watch the whole race. Moving on to the sportsmen's, I love these things. I love these things. I think my biggest takeaway from the sportsman race is that the 7 and the 98 are just dead even on pace. I mean, it's mind-boggling how even they are. Terry Ledbetter wasn't able to complete all of the laps, unfortunately. He was out on lap 22. I'm not exactly sure what happened to that thing, but hey, go watch the video. Like I said, it's in there. But enough talk about the 7 and the 98. Let's talk about the winner, 97 of Bryson Mahan. Dominant race. I believe he led every lap. I honestly believe he did. He won the pole, he did the dice roll, and stayed on the pole with the dice roll. So he really set himself up perfectly tonight. Got him a win. Probably going to do him wonders in the points because, like I said in the points video, actually I didn't say anything about him in the points video. He was just up there. So consistency, like I said, is key. If he can hold it together, bring the car to the racetrack, keep it in one piece, keep it on the racetrack, Mahan might have a genuine shot in the points championship. Consistency is key, like I said. Just showing up to a race could mean a world of difference in the points. Down in P2, you had Charles Throgmorton. He was on it, but didn't have enough. Just not quite enough to keep up with Mahan. And along with Ledbetter, he was the guy that was in P3 until about lap 22, and then he fell out of the race. That moved Byron Westbrooks up to P3. So he had a podium finish out of that, and I'm sure that absolutely helped him in points. So the Sportsman absolutely put on a show. I loved that race. It was a really good race. So we're going to go and take a look now at the Pure Stocks, and there was quite a bit of Pure Stocks here this week. I love that. Please, more cars. This is such a good racetrack. It deserves all the love. So in the Pure Stock class, the number 7 triumphed over the number 38, and the number 7 being Jerry Hendrickson Jr., and the number 38 being Jason Plunkett Jr. Last lap pass. I mean, perfectly set up. The 7 moved him up a groove in 1 and 2, got beside him on the backstretch, had the run going into 3 and 4, was able to just sweep by him. The 38 tried to brake and swipe back down and get a run on exit. Wasn't happening. It was really good racing for that last lap. 38 came over and shook his hand at the podium, and I'm sure told him good race. And that was it was amazing. It was really good. Finishing P3, you have Kevin Hartley in that K29. What a race. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. The 7 and the 38, thank you guys so much. You guys put on an absolute show. Moving on now to the next class, we have the Hot Shot, and that's the way these points are ordered. So we're gonna go over the hot shots here. Chuck Mandy came out on top in that number 3. Jamie Bradford did pretty well, coming P2 in that number 46. And this guy's not a regular here. Who is this? Jeremy Price in P3. It wasn't much of a race. I will say that. It was one of the rather meh hot shot races of the year, but a rather decent race altogether. I'm not gonna knock it. It was a clean race, and honestly, a clean race is a good race. So, moving on, we have the Dealers Auto Auction A-Main. Oh, man, that 51, I think he's got something going. Still hard to say if the race pace is there, but that qualifying pace is there. And he got really fortunate in qualifying. Everybody else got the hot track, the hot, sunny, slidey track, and right as he went out for his qualifying run, got cloud cover and ran his typical 15.8. 15.88, I believe? Really fast. I didn't know you could do that. And the thing's quiet, so it really kind of blows me away. Anyways, he was able to pretty much shut down the show, lead every lap. Roger Fields had to start in last. He was able to navigate his way up to P2, hung back on a couple restarts to kind of avoid the chaos because I believe the field was inverted. 51 did not start up front either. 51 started P4. The number 14 of Jeremy Barbie was gaining very, very quickly there in the closing laps. That 14 getting quicker every week. Really impressed with that. It was a really good race. A-Main was a really good, clean race, I would say. It was just a little chaotic with the field inverted. Moving on to the B-Main, there was a really nice save by the 95. Somebody actually commented on one of my Facebook posts asking for a clip of it. So here's the clip right here. I'm pointing at it. It is a hell of a save, I will say that. Looks like the 17 just drove it in there a little too deep. There wasn't really a lot of drama this week. I kind of appreciate a nice, calm, good weekend of racing. This is kind of the extent of the drama. The 17 kind of drove it in there a little deep. There was some stuff going on in the modifieds, of course, but I don't know if it was any malicious intent. I genuinely just think he was trying to make a move for position, and the guy drove. But moving on to the B-Main, the number 95, the guy that made the really cool save, his name is John Cogburn. And the number 95, that Lightning McQueen machine, ka-chow, made an awesome save. That really was a good save coming out of 3-4. Robert Hall was able to bring it home P2. Dalton Anderson P3. Pretty okay race. And I really like that. I want to call it a Dale Earnhardt replica because it quite literally has all the sponsors from Dale's car, but it's a Saturn. So it's really throwing me for one. I don't know to like it or hate it, but it's a really cool car. I really like it. He was able to bring it P2 in the B-Main. P3 is Dalton Anderson in that number 88. So, I mean, that's the results for the weekend. Not as much as a drama-filled weekend, which I kind of appreciate that. Guys went easy on me. I don't have much to analyze other than maybe the 17 and the 95. Not much really going on there to look at. But hey, maybe somebody's not too happy about it, and I completely understand. So I'm gonna end the video here. I want to ask you guys to please like the video and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm. I want to push these videos out to anybody. I don't want it to just stay restricted into the Speedway, the family that we have in the Speedway. I want it to go far and beyond. I want people to see our racetrack, and I want them to want to come here. That's the main reason I make these videos. I really want this track to grow. It deserves it. It's a good racetrack. Please do that for me. Like and subscribe, and please do throw a comment as well down there below. It really helps the algorithm, like I said. I want to push this video out as far as it can go. I want to push all the videos out as far as they can go. Please and thank you. I will see you guys at the racetrack this weekend. Once again, I love doing these videos. I love that I'm able to do these videos. Thank you guys, honestly. I'll see you guys next week.